All in all, a good game last night at the ballpark. Nats didn't come out winners, but hopefully today with Matt Grace, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Matt Grace is the opener. Joe Ross will come in at some point. You would think after an inning, maybe two. The Dodgers have some left-handed batters who hit lefties pretty well in their lineup.
Yeah, there's some big numbers with the left-handers, but I like the idea. It's out of the box. We'll see what happens. Cody Bellinger, 314 with 11 home runs against lefties this year.
And you heard Jorge Castillo tell Dan a few minutes ago, Clayton Kershaw doesn't throw as hard as he used to. Probably a future Hall of Famer. He's 161 and 71, just by comparison. Max is 168 and 71. So here comes Anthony Rendon, Bellinger, great hitters on both sides. Couple of guys who could be batting champions. They could be MVP guys at the end of the season. Everything you would want in a weekend series is right here on South Capitol Street. The Dodgers and the Nats, Game 2 straight ahead.
Hello everybody, welcome to Nationals Park as we get ready for Game 2 of this weekend series. As was talked about a few seconds ago, we are at Nationals Park on a Saturday afternoon, Saturday, July the 27th, 2019. This is actually Game 2 of the weekend series. Friday night's game was nothing to write home about, and I definitely didn't record any of it. It was ugly. It was ugly early, and it stayed that way. Actually, it wasn't ugly early. It didn't get ugly until the third. But the Nationals took it on the chin, 10-3 from the Dodgers. Hyun-Jin Ryu got the win, Sanchez the loss. National did score in the first inning. Trey Turner doubled, and I started circling these hits and outs as range checks. So if the guy gets a hit, that means it was a failed range check that produced a hit. And if he's out, that means it's a successful range check that resulted in an out. So Turner doubled, went to second on the ground ball by Eaton, and then scored on the ground ball by Rendon, because first inning they're playing the infield back. 1-0 Dodgers. Top of the third, not so good. Seager led off with a single. Martin walked. Ryu tried to bunt, but they got the lead runner at third on a 3-5 putout. But then Sanchez made an error that loaded the bases, and then Alex Verdugo immediately unloaded the bases with a base-clearing double to give the Dodgers a 3-1 lead. Stayed that way till the sixth when Cody Bellinger had a solo shot, and that was off of Sanchez as well. Sanchez went 6 innings, gave up 4 runs. Only 2 were earned. Then in the top of the seventh, Dodgers struck again. Russell Martin hit by a pitch, and then a double by Peterson. Peterson scored on the single by Verdugo. Then Verdugo was out on a rundown to end the inning, but Dodgers put up 2 runs in the seventh to take a 6-1 lead. Nationals did come back in the bottom of the seventh with a run of their own. Soto doubled, singled in by Kendrick to make the score at that point 6-2. In the eighth, another run comes in. Turner singles, Bellinger singles, a walk to Pollock, and then a 4-3 ground out. The infield was in, but we rolled a 6 on the D6, which means all runners advance, even with the infield in. So Seager got the RBI ground out. That made it, at that point, 7-3. Then the top of the ninth against Javi Guerra just imploded all the way. After 1 out, a walk to Peterson, single by Verdugo, put him to second. And then Bellinger doubled them both home, and he took third on the throw. And then Muncy singled him in, and that made the score 10-2. Nationals did get a run in the ninth. Kendrick walked, went to second on a wild pitch. After a walk to Dozier, then a single by pinch hitter Gerardo Parra brought home a run to make the final score 10-3. But like I said, it was not pretty, and the Nats would like to metaphorically and physically turn the page. And now we're at game 104. This played on July 27th on a Saturday afternoon against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Look at the current standings. Washington with the loss is 64-39. They hold a 3.5 game lead over Atlanta, 10 over Philly, 16 over the Mets, and 24 over the Marlins. All right, so new series with the Dodgers. So let's look at who they have on their roster. Starting with their offense, I'll get to their pitching in the bottom half. Look at their lineup. Verdugo, Turner, Pollock, Bellinger, Muncy, Seager, Smith, Peterson, and Kershaw. Interesting, Peterson's playing first base. On the bench, they have Matt Beattie, a lefty, then 3 right-handers, Kike Hernandez, Tyler White, and Russell Martin. So let's look at the Nationals. Matt Grace, again, this is his first start. He's doing the old opener thing. So Joe Ross will come in after either 1 inning or 2 innings, depending on how Grace does in this game, and kind of piggyback it. In the real game, Grace went 2 innings and Ross went, 4 2/3, something like that. So defensively for the Nationals, Soto in left, Robles in center, Eaton in right, Rendon at third, Turner at short, Dozier at second, Kendrick at first, Gomes catching, and Grace is on the mound. Okay, so I think all the prelims are now pretty much done for that, so we are ready to get down to some baseball here at Nats Park. Matt Grace finishing up the warm-up tosses. And on the replay, Matt Grace is actually 2-0 with a 4.54 ERA. So he's actually done better than what his card would suggest, but we'll see how that plays out. Got our dice, got the charts, got Alex Verdugo sitting here. I did go ahead and write the base running ratings down on both sides, so I wouldn't forget that. And game 104 on this Saturday afternoon at Nats Park is now underway. As soon as I check one more thing, just to make sure. Yep, everything looks like it's in view. So we're good to go. Alex Verdugo against Grace, and like I said, Grace had 1 start. This is it. He can face 6 batters before he's tired, so he'd like to get 2 innings out of him if possible. 3-1 against Verdugo, the lefty's a strikeout chance. 18 though is too high, so Verdugo will swing. He did strike out Verdugo in the real game to start the game, but not this time. 1-3 is a star 3, which is a ground ball to third, so he still got him out. That's the bigger picture. So Verdugo is out. That brings up Justin Turner. Grace 2-1, possible error on a ground ball. 1-2, that's a fly to center, so no ground ball to worry about. 2 up and 2 down. And that brings up A.J. Pollock, the center fielder. 6-6, that's a blank to a right-hander. Left-hander would have been a strikeout plus, but blank on this side of the dividing line for a right-hander makes it a blank, and now Pollock will swing. 4-5, and he flies to center. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Matt Grace. Looking good for him possibly being able to go those 2 innings. We shall see. But nothing doing at all for the Dodgers here in the top of the first. Let's go to the bottom of the first. Clayton Kershaw will finish the warm-up tosses as we go over the lineup for the Nationals. It'll be Turner, Eaton, Rendon, Soto, Kendrick, Dozier, Gomes. Grace is hitting 8th, and then Robles. And on the bench, the Nationals have Parra and Adams, 2 lefties, Sanchez and Suzuki, 2 right-handers. Bullpen for the Dodgers in case they're needed. They have 2 lefties. They have Caleb Ferguson and Julio Urias. And then they have, and I checked the pronunciation on this, Chargois is one of the relievers, a righty. Joe Kelly, Baez, Schultz, Sadler, and Garcia. Those are all the available pitchers for Dave Roberts and the Dodgers. All right, so now that I got that all messed up, let me fix everything again and make sure I didn't screw everything totally up so we can see it. Yeah, focus still looks like it's okay. All right, so we are ready to go for the bottom of the first. Trey Turner, he's been red hot lately. He's up to 308, 13 homers, 40 runs driven in. And he's going to lead things off against the tough Clayton Kershaw. So obviously the Nationals, after whipping the Rockies 4 straight, found the competition a little bit tougher against the Dodgers, took it on the chin, but they're trying to come back in this one and even the series. Kershaw 4-5. Double question mark against right-handers 1-8 to automatic out. That's a 19, so no automatic out. Turner will swing. 2-5. It's a grounder to third. Turner is there, 1 away. So Justin Turner throws out Trey Turner, and that's how the things turn in this game. We go to the second hitter, Adam Eaton. 11 home runs, 55 driven in, 246 the average. Kershaw 4-2, possible error on a ground ball. Eaton 6-1, double to left, so there's no ground ball to worry about there. That's just a straight double to left. And Eaton's trying to get things started. He's making a slight comeback after having such a rough go of it recently. So his attempt is a 2, -1 from Kershaw is a 1, and you cut it in half and round down makes him a 0, means he cannot steal third or attempt to steal third. Strategy roll for Kershaw, nothing happening. So here's Rendon hitting .321, 23 homers and 80 runs driven in. 4-2, and that's another error ground ball possibility. Rendon 3-2, and against a lefty, that's a single past first base. So base hit past first base. Eaton runs at a 5, so he's almost guaranteed to score. S3 to score from second. All you need is a 4. He's a 5, so he will score without a throw, and the Nationals jump on Kershaw 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. Rendon coming through with his 81st run driven in. Here's Juan Soto hitting .287, 25 homers, 74 driven in. Nothing on the havoc for Kershaw. 4-2, and again, that's the third time in a row I've rolled this error on a ground ball possibility thing. Some little ant or something, or not an ant, but some little bug has gotten in here and gotten on my score sheet. That can't happen. 3-5, and that's a single pass short. There is no error because Seager's an 8 and that's a 10, so there's no error on the ground ball there. It's just a single pass short. And on an S6, Rendon's going to have to stop at second. So the Nationals getting to Clayton Kershaw early on, only 1 out and 2 on, 1 in. Here's Howie Kendrick, .311, 13 homers, 59 driven in. And Kershaw, nothing happening there. Kershaw, 5-5, that's the ballpark card. So going to Nationals Park for the first time. 4-4, that's a home run to the pull side. Kendrick is an 11, that's a 2, it is gone. Howie Kendrick just blasted a 3-run homer. And how about this? Clayton Kershaw is getting his lunch handed to him. Nationals firing back after getting embarrassed last night. They are coming up with a vengeance and now lead it 4-0 here in the first inning, and they're going to try to send Kershaw to a quick shower. Dozier the batter now, .263, 14 homers, 40 driven in. 2-6 strikeout chance, got him on that one, so Kershaw does come back to strike out Dozier. 2 down for Yan Gomes, hitting .235, 6 homers, 33 driven in. 4-2, we're back to this, it's the third or fourth time that's happened this inning. Go to Gomes. 3-4, and that's a fly to center, so it's not applicable. But what is applicable is 4 runs for the Nationals, courtesy in big part of the Kendrick 3-run homer off of Kershaw. And after 1 complete, it is Washington 4 and the Dodgers nothing. 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors and none left. So we go to the top of the second. Matt Grace has been given a 4-0 lead to work with here. He will lead off next inning, so they'd like to have him get this inning through and then pinch hit for him in the second, and they will be very happy. But they got a tough road. They got Muncy, Bellinger, Muncy, and Seager. 3 lefties, but 3 tough lefties for Matt Grace to deal with. 3-1, that's a strikeout chance to a lefty, and he got him. He got him. 1 down. Here's Max Muncy. 5-5, and against a lefty, that's a blank. Righty would be a walk plus, lefty's a blank. We'll go to Muncy, 5-3. Against a lefty, that is a single to third base, or past third base. So the single for Muncy is the first hit of the game for the Dodgers. And if you're wondering why the Dodgers are using so many lefties, because they know Joe Ross is coming, and they don't want to mess up their order. They're actually putting their order like it's a right-handed pitcher. All right, so Muncy has an attempt of 1, but -1 from Grace takes that away. We will, however, roll for havoc, and nothing's happening. This is a 6th batter, so last batter before he gets tired, Grace to Seager. 6-4, that's a strikeout plus to a lefty, and he strikes out a 10. The plus makes it a 20, so that fits. Struck him out. And now he is tired, so if he hits a parentheses roll, he's going to have to come out. And Will Smith trying to get jiggy with it. Nothing on the havoc. Grace to Smith, 5-4. 5-4, single to a lefty, but to a righty it is blank. So Will Smith will have to earn it. 6-6, and he pops to third, and that's going to do it. So 2 great innings for Matt Grace, he pitches 2 innings, only gives up 1 hit. Obviously, he can't win it because he's not going to go 5 innings, but he certainly represented very well and leaves a nice dish on the plate for Joe Ross to consume the rest of the way, as they have a 4-0 lead going to the bottom of the second. And we will have a pinch hitter for Matt Grace to start off the bottom of the second, as Matt Grace did his job in spades. And so we will get the pinch hitter, and it will be, they're going to use Sanchez, Adrian Sanchez, pinch hitting here in the second. Then it'll be Robles and Turner at the top of the order. So Adrian Sanchez is going to come in to pinch hit. And of course, Joe Ross already in the bullpen loosening because he knew what was coming. He knew he was scheduled, so he is increasingly getting ready. And he'll be on in the top of the third. Right now, Sanchez, followed by Robles and Turner. Kershaw trying to recoup from that bad first inning. 2-5, range play. We go to Sanchez. 1-3, question mark 8. That's a 5, and that's a base hit to center field, but it is a range play. Pollock is a 3. He could take this away. A 1, 2, or 3, and he takes the hit away. He does not. It's going to drop for a single. So pinch hit single for Sanchez. And when things are going your way, they're just going your way. And Nationals getting the benefit of some of these rolls. Sanchez is on. Let's see. He has no attempt to steal, so no worries there. Pickoff chance. Nothing happening. Here's Victor Robles hitting .238, 10 homers, 42 driven in. He is a really good bunter. Wonder if he should bunt and move the guys up. Move Sanchez up. You know what? He's going to bunt. But first, Kershaw is going to pitch. 6-6. He's not tired, so we're going to a bunt for Robles. He's a 5. He becomes a 4. 4 and a 4 on a bunt. We'll check the bunt chart. And a 4 and a 4 is a good bunt. The 5 there indicates the third baseman feels it. So Robles bunts it. Turner fields it. Will throw to first base where Muncy, the second baseman, is covering. Goes 5-4 if you're scoring at home, and if you are, you may need some psychological help. All right, so now 1 out and a runner at second, and that'll bring up Trey Turner. Nothing on the havoc. 4-3, and that's a strikeout chance, but 9 is too high. He's an 8. That's a 9. Stadium doesn't add anything. So Turner avoids the strikeout. We'll get the swing, and he takes advantage of it. 4-3 is a S5 single past third. That'll send Sanchez to third. He doesn't have enough running rating to score. He only runs at a 3, and you got to have a 5 to score there. So Turner is aboard. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Turner, however, looking to get a jump. It would be a 5 or less. He cannot. So Turner stays where he is. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Infield is going to come in. They're going to try to cut that run off against Adam Eaton. Kershaw really needs a strikeout. 3-5. Got a chance for it right here, but 18 is too high, so Eaton will swing. 5-1. It's a ground ball back to the pitcher. Now, how do they want to play this with the infield in? Let's see how we want to play that. Let's see what the charts say anything about that with runners on the corners and the infield in. Defense chooses to play like runner on first scenario or runner on third. If defense goes for the double play, runner scores. Interesting. All right. So what they're going to do, they're actually going to try for the double play, because when it goes back to the pitcher, you add 1 to the double play chance. So he's a 1. He's a 1. That makes it a 2. Plus the 1 for hitting to the pitcher makes it a 3. Let's see. Pivot is Seager, who's a 0. So 1, 2, or 3, it's a double play. 4 is not going to be a double play, so the run will score. They thought they could turn the double play, but they did not. So they took a chance, and it just didn't work out for them. It's going to go 1-6 on the fielder's choice. Had the second baseman Muncy been covering, he was a +1 pivot, and that would have done it. But with the infield in, you don't give the +1 for being halfway. It's a 0. So you had the 1 there, the 1 there, the 1 for being hit back to the pitcher makes it a 3. No pivot, so that's where the 3 came from. And shortstop covers because Eaton's a lefty batter, so the shortstop always covers when a lefty is swinging and the ball gets hit back to the mound. So had Eaton been a right-hander, that would have been a double play also because we would have included Muncy on the pivot, but that's just the way it goes. So the Nationals get a run, RBI ground out for Eaton. It's now 5-0 here in the second inning. And let's see, Eaton, his attempt is a 2, -1 from Kershaw is a 1, but nothing happening. So here's Rendon. Kershaw 3-3, that's a possible error on a throw. 1-4, popped to second, so no worries there. That's going to end the inning. Nationals get a run. They do it on some small balls, sacrifice hits and beating out grounders. So it's 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. So at the end of 2, it is Washington 5 and the Dodgers nothing. And now Joe Ross comes in with a 5-0 lead. He has been handed a 5-0 lead on a silver platter. Joe Ross coming on. Now, since we're doing the opener thing and he's not really coming in relief per se, I am going to use his starting fatigue of 21. If we use the one for 6 here, he'll never make it to 4 2/3, and that's what he pitched in this game was 4 2/3. He was the de facto starter, so I am using his starting rating. So that's just because it wouldn't be fair to try to get 4 innings out of him when he can be tired for so long, and he hits one of those rolls, he's got to come out, so it's unrealistic. So I am using the starting fatigue rating of the 21 batters faced that he can go. So here's Jock Peterson against Joe Ross. 1-2, walk plus 16. He will walk in because that's a 12 plus makes it a 22 plus 1 from stadium's a 23. So a leadoff walk to Peterson, not the best thing in the world that can happen to Joe Ross. Now Kershaw, I don't think you want to take him out after 2 innings. I think you got to keep him in there. He's your ace, right? So they're going to have him swing away. I don't think he's not really that good of a bunter. So I think you just got to have him swing away. Peterson can't even attempt anything. So strategy roll for Joe Ross on the pickoff. 20. So a 1-3 is a pickoff. 4-6 is a pickoff error. It's a 4, so he throws it away trying to pick off Peterson. Pickoff error on the pitcher. And that moves Ross to second base. Or not Ross, moves Peterson to second base with nobody out. Ross will try it again. Not sure up 5-0 why you're trying to pick the guy off, but that's just what happened. Ross has got to get himself mentally into the game. Ross to Kershaw, 5-1. That's another walk plus, so he's going to walk Kershaw. So not a good start here for Joe Ross. Not what he envisioned when he's up 5-0. Start walking guys, and now you got the top of the order coming up. Alex Verdugo. So this game is far from over, folks. Ross to Verdugo, 1-4 is a ballpark card. Go to Nationals Park, 1-2. It's a pop-up to the catcher. So pop-up and Gomes makes the play, and everybody has to stay put. 1 down. Big out there for Joe Ross. Now double play gets him out of the inning. Again, nothing on the havoc roll. Here's Ross to Turner. 4-4 is a blank. We go to Turner. 1-2, fly to center. That's 2 down. And down 5-0. You're not taking any gambles trying to get to third on that. Plus, it would be like a 1 in 6 chance to make it. So, and if you roll a 6, he's going to be out. So you don't want to run yourself out of an inning. So he's going to stay put. Nothing on the havoc. Here's A.J. Pollock. 5-3, strikeout chance. 12 is too high. We go to Pollock. 3-1, ground ball to third. Rendon's got it. Inning's over. So despite a couple of walks, Ross pitches around all that, and despite the error as well. So Ross gets out of the jam. And we go to the bottom of the third, and Kershaw is trying to get his wits about him because right now he's on the losing side of a 5-0 game here in the bottom of the third. He's got to face Juan Soto and then Kendrick and Dozier. 3-3, and that's a possible error on a throw. 5-2 is a fly to center, so no throw to worry about. 1 away. Here's Kershaw. 2-4. Straight up home run for Howie Kendrick. He's already got one. He had a 3-run homer in the first. He's got a solo shot now. That's an 11. That's a 3. Howie Kendrick, home run number 15. RBI total now is up to 63. It is 6-0 Nationals. And Kershaw may be nearing his pull rating. So they may have to pull him. We'll see. Here's Dozier. 5-2, strikeout plus. Gets Dozier barely. That's 2 down. And that brings up Yan Gomes. 2-5, range play. Go to Gomes. 5-1, liner to short. The range on Seager is a 4. And Seager makes the play to end the inning. But the run comes across on the home run by Kendrick. And we go to the 4th. It is 6-0 Washington. Definitely was not expecting a blowout. If it was going to be a blowout, I would figure it would be the other way around. But the Nationals had other ideas. And Clayton Kershaw obviously not on his game right now. Cody Bellinger stepping to the plate. Leading off against Joe Ross. 2-2. He's not tired, so there's no single there. Bellinger 5-2, and that's a ground ball to first. 1 down. It's going to bring up Max Muncy. 6-1. It's a straight single for Max Muncy. He is 2 for 2. But with the 6-0 score, strategy rolls are now off unless the game gets closer. So Ross to Seager. 4-4 blank. We go to Seager. 4-2, and that's a fly to center. 2 down. That'll help speed up the game just a tiny bit as well. One less roll to go through all the time. Here's Will Smith. 2-6 range play. 6-2 fly to center. So the range of Robles, he is a 3. And he can't get it. Is it going to be a single or a double? Or was it a single? I think it was a fly out. So it's a single either way. So doesn't matter. That's a single. Muncy is going to be station to station. So he will go to second base and hold there. You don't want to take a chance of getting thrown out down 6-0. So the strategy rolls are off. Base running is station to station unless it's automatic. Jock Peterson, 2-4, range play again. 2-1, fly to right. This time Eaton is a 3. And he can't get it. Is it a single or a double? It's a single. Single to right. And let's see if Muncy can score this time. Although -2 arm from Eaton might prevent that. Let's see. Muncy runs at a 3. Single to right. Score from second. You add 1. That makes him a 4. There are 2 outs. That makes him a 6. But Eaton's a -2 makes him a 4. They're still going to try it because they got to get a run across the board. 1-4, he will make it. And he does. And since it's a 1, runners might be able to move up on the throw. Probably a foolish throw from Eaton to even make. Will Smith is a 2. So let's see if he can advance. And he does. So Will Smith will make it, as does Peterson. Smith goes to third on the throw, and Peterson takes second on the throw. So RBI single, and Eaton probably should have just ate the ball, actually. But he didn't, and the run is across at 6-1, and now they're going to pinch hit for Kershaw. Kershaw's only going to go 3 innings, but they got people on base. They need to get base hits. So they're going to their bench for their one lefty, which is Matt Beattie. Matt Beattie will be into pinch hit, and then they need somebody in the bullpen that can get him some innings going forward. But Beattie's pinch hitting the 4th with runners at second and third and 2 outs. Joe Ross again. Now that it's 6-4 or 6-1 rather, it's less than 5 runs. We're going back to the strategy rolls. Nothing happening there. Ross to Beattie. 6-5, and against a lefty, that's a straight home run. That's a 6. He's an 8. That is gone. A 3-run pinch hit home run from Matt Beattie. Wow, what a time for that to happen. All of a sudden, it's 6-4, and the Dodgers are right back in the game, and Joe Ross may not be in this game too much longer. The win was handed to him on a silver platter, and he couldn't stand the prosperity. So 4 runs are in for the Dodgers. It is now 6-4 Nats. But what was a laugher is no longer. Ross to Verdugo. 3-6, strikeout chance too high. We go to Verdugo. 5-1, star 4, fly to left. That's going to end the inning. But the Dodgers pick up 4 runs, and they do it on 4 hits. No errors and nobody left, so the overthrow by Eaton really didn't, turns out it didn't work out all that well. Although you wonder, with runners at first and second, instead of second and third, they may not have pinch hit for Kershaw, but I'm sure Dave Roberts is glad they did. 4 runs come across, all of a sudden it's a 6-4 ball game. So Kershaw is going to go 3 innings. He's going to give up 6 runs, all were earned, and he did it on 7 hits. He didn't walk anybody, but he didn't have to. He gave up so many hits. And he only struck out 2, and both times it was Dozier. So now we're going to the bullpen for the Dodgers, and we're going to find somebody that can give them some length because we're only in the bottom of the 4th. So let's see who they have that can give them a few innings. Let's take a look at their pitcher. Julio Urias, I think it's pronounced Urias. He is a part-time starter, so he's going to come in there. He can face 7 batters in relief, so we're going with the lefty Urias. He's pitched really well in the 2020 World Series against Tampa. So we're going to see what he can do there. Now, Joe Ross is the scheduled hitter, but I think Joe Ross might be coming out because he just didn't pitch too well. He gave up the 4 runs. So it's just bullpen city for both teams. Not what they had in mind necessarily, but it's just the way it goes sometimes. Pinch hitter coming up, and it'll be a right-hander for the Nationals, I guess. Well, there's only one right-hander, and that's Suzuki. The other 2 are lefties. They want to keep Suzuki in case something happens to Gomes. You got to have a backup catcher. So they're actually going to be using Matt Adams to pinch hit, even though it's a lefty-on-lefty thing. So Matt Adams pinch hitting here in the 4th. Matt Adams against Urias. 1-1, possible error on a ground ball. 1-6, question mark 9, that is a 7. And against the lefty, that's a double. So it's a double to left, and the error was on a ground ball. That is no ground ball. That is going to be a double, rather. A double for Matt Adams, a pinch hit double. How about that? Hit parade continues, and here is Robles. He will swing away this time, no bunting. 20, so his chance of a balk on a 1-3 or a pickoff 4-6. Nope, Adams gets back. Urias to Robles, 2-2, strikeout plus, and he got him. 1 down as Robles is retired. Back to Trey Turner. Nothing happening. Urias to Turner, 5-2, strikeout, too high. Go to Turner. 3-5, that's a fly to center. Out number 2, and Adams does not run well at all. He's only a 1, so he cannot move up. Or he's not going to try it, I should say. Actually, he can't because he would be a 0. Because going from, he's a 1, Pollock's a +1 arm, makes it a 2, but you lose 2 trying to go from center to third. Second to third on a fly to center, so it's 0. He can't even attempt it. So here's Eaton now with 2 outs, and Adams still at second base. Lefty on lefty, 2-2, strikeout plus, and he got him. So Urias holds the fort. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the 5th. It is 6-4 Washington, but it is bullpen city for both teams. Ross goes 2 innings, and he's going to give up 4 hits and 4 runs, all of which were earned. Let's see, he walked 2 and didn't strike out anybody. So rough outing there for Joe Ross, and now we got to figure out who they're going to use in long relief as well. They have Turner, Pollock, and Bellinger coming up. So pretty much split between lefties and righties, so you can pretty much go whichever direction you want as far as relievers. So let's see who they're going to turn to that can give them some innings. That's the big thing. They need innings. So it's going to be, Wow, who do you go to in this case? Most guys can only pitch like 1 inning. We're going to go to Guerra. He's got 6. That's the highest number of fatigue that he has, any pitcher has, is 6. So Guerra is on, and he will face Turner, Pollock, and Bellinger. 6-4 Nationals, top of the 5th. 4-2, and that is a strikeout chance. 20, though, is too much. Go to Turner. 2-3, fly to left. 1 away, and Guerra trying to bring some stability back to the pitching staff. Here's A.J. Pollock. 4-4, strikeout chance. 11 is too much. Go to Pollock. 6-6, fly to right. So 2 up and 2 down. That brings up the dangerous Cody Bellinger. 2-6, strikeout chance. Too high. We go to Bellinger. 1-2, and he's going to fly to center. So how about that? A fly to left, a fly to right, and a fly to center. Equal opportunity outfielders on that one. All 3 of them took part. And we go to the bottom of the 5th, still 6-4. And Urias can certainly pitch 1 more inning, and so can Guerra, since he went 3 up and 3 down on the Dodgers. Rendon will lead it off. He has singled and popped to second. 2-2 as a strikeout plus, and he got him. So Rendon is out of there. Here's Juan Soto. 6-6, strikeout chance. He's not tired, so the strikeout chance will hold, but 13 is too much. Go to Soto. 3-2, and he's going to ground it to second base. At first I saw that double, but that's 3-3. 3-2 is a ground ball to second that Muncy puts away. 2 down. Now here's the big man, Howie Kendrick. He's homered twice off of Kershaw. His first at bat coming up now against Urias. 1-3, and that's a home run question mark. Do you believe that? 1-18, that passes. A 1-11, and Howie Kendrick will hit his 3rd home run in 3 at bats. And he has missed it, barely. So no home run for Howie, but he will get the swing. 6-4, he pops to second. So his eyes lit up, but he just swung under it and pops it up. And it's a 3 up and 3 down inning for the Nationals. We go to the 6th. Still 6-4 Washington as they try to even the series after that thrashing in Game 1. So, top of the 6th we go. Max Muncy, the batter, against Guerra. 2-2. That's an automatic out on the star line, and the out is going to be a ground ball to short. Turner is there, 1 away. Brings up Corey Seager. Whoop, the D20 did not go through. Let's redo that. 3-1, ballpark card going to Nationals Park. 6-6, that's a home run to center field. Seager's a 9, but that's a 13, so he is going to be out on a long fly to center. If you wonder why he doesn't get to swing again, failed home run checks on ballparks are outs. Failed home run checks off pitcher cards, batter gets to swing. That's just the way it breaks down. In case you were curious. I mean, you may have watched this game enough to know that already, but always getting new people watching, so just in case the thought came along, wanted to clarify that. Guerra to Will Smith, 6-3, strikeout chance, and he does not get him. He's an 8. That's a 9. So Smith will get the swing. 2-5, and he flies to left to end the inning. So nothing doing there. Guerra pitches 2 innings. He is at his point of weakness now, but they may keep him going. I don't know. Actually, he's going to bat 3rd this inning, so interesting decision whether you want him to bat or not and keep pitching because he's pitching so well, but prudence may dictate you go to the bullpen. All right, so here, although the bullpen is not very good, so if you got somebody that's pitching well, you might want to stick with them. All right, Urias now, who's pitched 2 solid innings in relief, and he has faced 7 batters, so he is actually now tired, but he's pitching very well. They're going to stick with him. Here's Dozier. Struck out twice against Kershaw. 1-1's an error on a ground ball. Dozier 5-1, single to center. Single to center. Pollock is a 2. That's a 3, so no error there, but it is a single to center for Dozier. And Dozier has an attempt of 1 if he wants to try to get a jump. Can't do it. He stands firm, and Yan Gomes, the batter. Urias to Gomes, 2-1, possible error. That is a 3-3 against a lefty. That is a fly out to right field, but it is an error check, and that is a 1. Bellinger is a 2, but that is a 1. So it will be a dropped fly ball. E9 on Bellinger. Dozier, I believe, has a chance to get to third on this. Let me double check the failed error check on an outfielder. Let's take a look here. Failed error check on the fly out. Number 3 says, roll 1d6 first to the BR of the runner. If the roll is higher than the BR runner, hits only one base, otherwise it's 2. Okay, so Dozier's a 5, so unless this is a 6, he will take third. He will take third. So Dozier will take third, and actually Gomes, since that's a 1, Gomes is a 2, Gomes will take second. So it's going to be a 2-base error all the way around. And that puts runners at second and third with nobody out. And now we got the pitcher coming up or the pinch hitter, depending on how they want to go with it. You almost hate to take Guerra out, though. He's pitching so well. And the Dodgers have a decision, too. Do you bring in somebody for Urias? I think you have to because he's tired. And you don't want to give up a cheap single on a fatigue roll. So he's going to come out of there. And they will go to right-hander Yimi Garcia. So Yimi Garcia is in to pitch. And he will take on the pinch hitter. Or do you let Guerra keep going? Well, they're going to have Gerardo Parra coming in pinch hit. So Gerardo Parra will pinch hit here in the 6th inning. So the Baby Shark, Gerardo Parra, will come on and face Yimi Garcia. Runners at second and third, nobody out. The infield is in for the Dodgers, as they really don't have much of a choice. They have to bring the infield in. Strategy roll for a balk, and that's a 20, so a 1 to 5 is a balk. 7, ooh, almost got a balk, but not quite. So Garcia to Parra. 6-6, that's a strikeout chance. 9 got him, so Garcia strikes out Gerardo Parra, out number 1. And now here comes Victor Robles. Situation the same, infield in. 20 again, so again a 1 to 5 is a balk. And this time he does balk in the run. Garcia, second time around, the balk comes up to bite him. And that will score the run and move Gomes to third. How do you like that? A balk brings in a run. Unbelievable. How many times can you roll that 20? Nothing there. Infield still in. 1-6 is an automatic out. Let's see what the out is. It's a 3. A fly to center. Could be a sacrifice fly. He is a 2. Nope, no sacrifice fly chance there. But the run rating of Gomes is a 2. Pollock is a +1 arm. So 1 to 3, he still can come in on a sacrifice fly. And he does. Sacrifice fly to center field by Gomes. And the Nats put up another run on the board. Both unearned, as it turns out, because of these balks and errors. So now it's 2 outs and the bases are clear for Trey Turner. Garcia, 5-3 is a strikeout plus, and he got him to end the inning. 2 runs come in for Washington. They lead it now 8-4. 2 runs on 1 hit and nobody left. So we go to the top of the 7th. New pitcher coming in for Washington as they lead it 8-4. And coming up for the Dodgers, it'll be Peterson, a pinch hitter for Garcia, and then Verdugo. So let's see how they want to play this. Nationals will turn to right-hander. And I had to get him off the PDF version, Michael Blazek. Blazek is on. Not very good, but they need a fresh arm, so there he is. It'll be Peterson, and then they'll have to go to a pinch hitter off the bench, and they're going to go to Tyler White. He's actually carded with Houston, but he later went to the Dodgers. So it'll be Peterson, Tyler White, and then Verdugo in the 7th. So that leaves Kike Hernandez and Russell Martin on the bench for the Dodgers. Nationals bench, all they have is Suzuki. All right, Blazek to Peterson. 6-4, that's a walk plus, and he will walk Mr. Peterson to start the inning. Not a good start. And now the pinch hitter, Tyler White. And Peterson has no attempt. So here's White, 2-5. 2-5 is a straight home run chance. That's a 15. That's way above what White can do. So he will swing. 6-5, he pops to short. And there's one away. So Tyler White fails in the pinch. And that'll send up Alex Verdugo. 1-6, that's a double question mark. It's a 1 for a star line, but that's a 13, so it's a blank. Verdugo, 4-5, and that is a star 2, which is a fly to center. 2 down, so Blazek trying to blaze a trail here through this Dodger lineup and get this game to the back of the bullpen. Blazek to Turner, 5-4 is a walk plus though, and that will be another walk. So 2 are on. A.J. Pollock, the batter. 1-6, double question mark. That's a 2, so it's no automatic out, but Pollock will swing. 5-5, he flies to right, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left. So Blazek gets them through the 7th. We go the 7th inning stretch. It is Washington 8 and the Dodgers 4. Need a new pitcher for the Dodgers as Garcia came in and got his 2 outs, but he got pinch hit for. Actually, he got all 3 outs, so he actually pitched a full inning. Didn't give up anything. Did strike out 2. The runs were charged to Urias, although they were unearned. So Urias ends up going 2 innings, 2 plus actually. And let's see, he struck out 3. Didn't walk anybody, gave up a hit. And of course the 2 unearned runs. So now we're going to go to the bullpen. The Nationals will come up with Eaton, Rendon, and Soto, a couple of lefties. So Caleb Ferguson, the other lefty out of the bullpen, will be coming on for the Dodgers. He'll be on to face Eaton, Rendon, and Soto to start the bottom of the 7th. Nationals lead at 8-4. Don't know if Blazek will be back for the 8th inning or not. He might. Or they might turn it over to Fernando Rodney. We shall see. All right, Ferguson to Eaton. 4-6, and that's a range play. We go to Eaton. 1-3, and against a lefty, that's a triple to center field, but it is a range check. So Pollock with a 3 can take that triple away in the gap. And he does not. It's going to fall for a triple for Adam Eaton. He's doubled, and now he's tripled. How about that? He found that split chance against a lefty where he triples the center field. So how about that? Ferguson not very happy. The infield is going to have to come in. They have no choice. Nothing on the havoc. Here's Rendon. 5-3, and that's a strikeout plus, so he strikes out Rendon for out number 1. Infield continues to be in for Juan Soto. 6-4, and that's a range play at the ballpark. 3-6 is a G2. Right in front of the plate, Will Smith is a 5. He is a 5. And he's able to make that. So let's take a look here with the infield in. I'm assuming the runner had to hold there. I can't see where he would not hold. Let's see, runner on third. I'm just gonna say he has to hold. I don't know for sure the specifics on that role, but it seems to me that the runner would hold there, right in front of the plate. The play's right in front of him, where the catcher Smith can just look the runner back and then throw to first. Now the infield is back to normal. So it's Howie Kendrick and his 2 home runs previously. Now he faces another lefty in Caleb Ferguson. 1-4, walk plus, and they don't want anything to do with Howie. So that puts runners on the corners. 2 down now for Brian Dozier. Nothing on that. So Dozier facing Ferguson. Ferguson is now tired. This is his 5th batter. He can face 4. This is his 5th batter, so he is tired. I wonder if they would go to a righty here. I think they will. They're not going to take a chance. Ferguson's going to come out. The Dodgers have a lot of guys in their bullpens that they can turn to. So Ferguson is done. He goes 2/3 of an inning. He's going to give up 1 hit and a walk, 1 strikeout, and both runners are his responsibility. And the Dodgers will bring in, who do they want to bring in here? They will bring in, they will bring in Casey Sadler. So Casey Sadler is on for the Dodgers. He's on to try to get Dozier. That's his job. 6-5, range play at the ballpark. 5-1, it's a ground ball to first. It's a range check on Peterson. He's only a 2. And he can't get it. It's a base hit. Is it a single or a double? It's a single, but it's a base hit. That scores Eaton rather from third. RBI single by Dozier. Kendrick, who runs at a 3, probably going to be station to station, but let's see. S3 to get to third. Yeah, he can get to third on that, especially with 2 outs. So he goes to third. The run is now charged to Ferguson. At least one of them is. And Kendrick is also his responsibility as well. It is now 9-4 Nationals, and now with a 5-run lead and only a 3 innings left, the strategy rolls are now off, so no stolen bases or anything like that. Gomes, the batter, against Casey Sadler. 5-2 is an error check. 4-6, that's a double to right field. There is no error, but that is a double to right for Yan Gomes. That'll score Kendrick for sure. Let's see about, and Dozier runs at a 5. The double to right, Bellinger is a -2. There are 2 outs, so you add 1 makes him a 6. The -2 is a 4. Then -1 for the double is a 3. 1-3. I think they're going to, with Bellinger's arm, I think they're going to just hold him there, especially with the score being what it is. So they will hold him there. Second and third, 2 down for Victor Robles. I said station to station unless it was automatic, so I've got a hold of that. 2-1 strikeout chance, and he got him to end the inning. Actually, that shouldn't be Robles. That should be a pinch hitter for Blazek. My bad. My bad. Got to redo that at bat. Actually, I can't keep the roll because, well, Suzuki is the only pinch hitter. So what would Suzuki have done to that roll? I'll keep the roll since there's no other. The roll does not influence who's going to be the pinch hitter because there's only one pinch hitter left, and that's Suzuki. So when you use Suzuki, and Suzuki on a 2-1, well, you know what? I think it's only fair to redo the at-bat or redo the roll. So Suzuki, that was my bad. Get my little correction tape. I lost track of the fact that the pitcher was hitting 8th and everything. So now we have Suzuki pinch hitting. So we'll do a new at bat. Sadler to Suzuki. 3-5. That's the ballpark card. 3-3. It's a home run to the opposite field, and that is gone. Kurt Suzuki, a 3-run homer. If I'd kept the original roll, it was a double. If I'd kept the original roll, it was a double to left, so I didn't think that was fair. Re-roll, go to the ballpark card. A home run opposite field on a 3-3, and he's a 14. That's a 13. It is a 3-run pinch hit homer for Kurt Suzuki. So I was trying to be fair to the Dodgers as best I could, but Kurt Suzuki just says, forget that. We're just going to end this thing and be done with it. So a big home run off of Sadler. Ferguson now is charged with the 2 runs he had on base, and now Sadler's got be charged with 3 runs so far on 3 hits. He hasn't gotten anybody out yet. Trying to get that final out. And here's Robles. 2 outs, base is empty. 2-5 is a blank. We go to Robles. 3-6, ground ball to short. Finally ends the inning. Nationals pick up 5 runs, and they do it on 4 hits. No errors and nobody left. So we go to the 8th. It's a laugher. It is definitely a laugher. It is Washington 13 and the Dodgers 4. Very similar to what the first game of the series was. So can we get a close game ever? That's the question. Maybe I shouldn't have recorded this one either. I don't know. Nationals now will need to go to the bullpen as they pinch hit for Blazek. So with Bellinger, Muncy, and Seager coming up, let's see, they will go to Tanner Rainey. He's been struggling big time, and this is the time to get him in there and see if you can straighten him out when you got a 13-4 lead. So if he blows it, you still got some cushion. So Tanner Rainey is on. Still have Sip and Doolittle and Fernando Rodney if needed, but they're trying to see about using some of these guys that struggle, see if they can get them out of those struggles. Here's Rainey to Bellinger, and Rainey does have the special K on certain occasions. 5-3, and that's a walk plus. 15, he will issue the leadoff walk, and that's not good. Not what you want when you're up 13-4. Here's Muncy. 1-1, he's not tired, so there's no single. Muncy, 5-6, ground ball to second, could be a double play. He's a 1, but that's a -1, so it has to be a 1 to be a double play. And it's not, it's actually runner advance. So it's a 4-3 ground out with the runner Bellinger going to second base, but 1 out. That's all the Nationals are looking for right now are outs. Rainey to Seager, 4-5, strikeout plus, and he got him. That's 2 down. And that will send up Will Smith. 3-2, range play. 1-6, single to pass short, but we're checking the range of Turner, who is a range of 3. And he gets to it to end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It is still 13-4. And this is a case where if you had a position player to come in, maybe have Kike Hernandez come in and pitch or something, but that's not exactly an option right now, an inside pitch, so we have to pick somebody. And let's see who they're going to go with. We have, might as well go with their marginal guy, Jamie Schultz. No use using one of their regulars. Or you know what? Just for fun. Because you got to have fun when the score is like this. So just for fun, we're going to bring in JT Chargois. And yes, that's how the announcers pronounced it, Chargois. So JT Chargois. Sounds like you ought to be having escargot with your Chargois. But anyway, Chargois is on, and he'll be facing the top of the order. Turner, Eaton, and Rendon. Nationals have nobody left on the bench. They've used all 4 of their pinch hitters, so you can't even replace one of the infielders to give them the rest of the game off. You're going to have to let them play it out. Chargois, 1-3, possible error on a ground ball. Turner, 3-3, single to left. No, I'm sorry, single to center. Single to center. No error to worry about. This is a single to center by Turner, and of course, strategy rolls are definitely off. Here's Eaton, 3-6, strikeout plus, and Chargois gets the strikeout, 1 out. Here's Rendon, 5-4, that's a range check. Rendon, 2-3, liner to short, range of Seager is a 4. And he gets it, so it's a liner to short, could be a double play. The runner at first, when you line it to short with a runner at first, if you roll a 1, it's a double play. Anything else he gets back. And he got back, so he's back with 2 outs for Juan Soto. Chargois, 3-6, strikeout plus. Got him. He's a 10. The plus makes him a 20, so that 20 fits. And Kendrick will not get a chance for his 3rd home run, unfortunately for him. So that's going to do it for the Nationals there in the 8th. 13-4, we go to the 9th. And Mr. Rainey could come back. He is tired. Let's see, what do they want to do here? Do they want to have Rodney finish it out, perhaps? No, you know what? They're going to stick with Rainey. If he hits his fatigue roll, we'll take him out. But otherwise, we're going to try to have him finish the game and minimize the bullpen usage. So it'll be Jock Peterson and a pinch hitter, and the pinch hitter will be Kike Hernandez, and then Alex Verdugo. So Peterson, Hernandez, and Verdugo will be the batters here in the 9th against Tanner Rainey, who is now tired, so he's got to avoid those parentheses rolls. Peterson, 3-5, that's a straight-out single to a lefty, so leadoff hit for Peterson. And that brings up Enrique Hernandez, who really is Kike Hernandez, and For some reason, they choose not to use Kike Hernandez. They use Enrique. There's Rainey, 5-5 ballpark card. 5-4. That is a single pass second base. Now, we will advance Peterson if it's automatic. So an S4 to get from first to third, you only need a 3, and he's a 4. So Peterson will take third base. So they'll be run safe, but if it's automatic, they're going to advance. So it puts runners at the corners. Nobody out for Alex Verdugo. 1-3, and that's a walk chance to a lefty, and he will walking. So that's going to load the bases. And now you might be looking at taking Rainey out of there. You don't want to have him really get messed up here. So they're going to take Rainey out of there and bring in Fernando Rodney to try to close the deal. Fernando Rodney will be coming on. Try to get this game over with. And he'll be facing Turner and Pollock coming up. And then Bellinger. So Rodney. Bases loaded, infield obviously back. 2-5, strikeout chance 14 is too high. We go to Turner. 6-3, fly to right, could be a sacrifice fly. That's a 2. 6 is not going to be a sacrifice fly. Now, to right field, Eaton's a -2 and Peterson is a 4. So since it's not automatic, he's going to hold. So Turner not deep enough. And here comes A.J. Pollock. Rodney, 2-5, strikeout chance, again too high. We go to Pollock. 5-4, that's a ground ball to short, could be 2. He's a 2. Infield's halfway is a 3. 1-3 and the ball game is over. And it is 6-4-3, takes care of business. And that's going to do it. Fernando Rodney pitches out of it. Ball game is over for the Dodgers in the ninth. No runs on 2 hits. No errors. They left on 2. So final score, Washington 13, Dodgers 4. Let's see, 1 error for the Dodgers. Dodgers left on 7. And they accumulated 7 hits. 4 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, and 7 left. For the Nationals, they compiled 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 hits, and they left on only 3. Only had 3 left on base, so they cashed in everything. So it's, what did I say, 8, 10, 14 hits, and only 2 left on. And let's see, error on, actually there were no errors on the Dodgers. The error was on the Nationals, my bad. All right, now I know who the loser is. The loser is Kershaw. So that's a gimme. The question is, who is the winner? Joe Ross pitched 2 innings, but not very effectively, so I'm giving the win to Guerra. He pitched 2 shutout innings, so I'm giving the win to Guerra. This is a official scores prerogative on this one, I guess. So Guerra gets the win, Kershaw takes the loss. Nats even the series at a game apiece, and unfortunately, they lose 10-3 and then win 13-4. So combined, it is 16-14. But can't get a close game yet. Maybe the final game of the series will be close. I don't know. Walker Buehler will be on the mound for the Dodgers. Not sure who's on the mound for the Nationals yet. I didn't really check. Let me do a quick check here and see who the next pitcher is going to be for Washington. Something I should have done. Didn't do it. But I will do it right now just to finish things up and make it official. So let's see who that extra pitch or that next pitcher is going to be, because they had to use the bullpen in this one with, well, sort of the bullpen with Grace and Ross. So the Nationals, when they head to that Sunday game against the Dodgers, the final of the 3-game series, which will take place on July the 28th, it'll be Steven Strasburg against Walker Buehler. So a really good matchup there. Maybe I should have done the video in that game instead of this one. But I thought the opener thing was a little bit interesting. But it will be Strasburg against Buehler. That'll be the July the 28th game on that Sunday. And then the Braves come to town for 3. It'll be Patrick Corbin against Dallas Keuchel in game 1 of that series. And then after that series is over, they will hit the road to the West Coast to go to Arizona, San Francisco, and then back to New York. So a big road trip will be coming up, but the Nationals have 4 more games on this homestand, 1 more with the Dodgers, and then 3 for the upcoming Atlanta Braves series. So that's going to do it from here, from Nats Park. Nationals win it in a laugher, 13-4 as they blitz. They really blitz Clayton Kershaw early and often and send him to an early shower. And the offense just comes through with 13 runs and 14 hits. So game 104 is in the books. Nationals now improve to 65-39. So doing very well for themselves. Let's see, 65-39. What were they in real life at this point? They were 55-49. So we're actually 10 games above, because coming into this game they were, what were they coming into this game? Because they lost this game in real life. Lost it 9-3. So they were 55-48 coming into this game. Sometimes I like to put the actual record there. So they were 9 games ahead of the pace coming into this game. Since they won this game and lost the game in real life, now they're 10 games above their pace. So they are definitely above their skis. The dice are liking them a whole lot. But we'll see how they do against Walker Buehler, as Strasburg and Buehler will hook up in what should be a Donnybrook. So hope you enjoyed that presentation of the Washington Nationals replay, 2019 style, from Nationals Park against those Dodgers. And I would say the star of the game, unquestionably, Howie Kendrick with those 2 home runs, as he put the blitz on Clayton Kershaw and knocked him out of the game early and set the tone for everybody else. So that's going to do it from here. Till next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, how you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.